Welcome to the Performance Enhancing Podcast. It's like steroids for your brain. A podcast for people looking to live life at their peak potential. Chock full of real-world tools and knowledge that you can apply in your life today. By providing you with a lens into the lives, beliefs, practices, and actions of those who are already living extraordinary lives, the Performance Enhancing Podcast will help you shift your mindset or create that change in your daily rituals and habits so you can explode with success in the areas of life that are most important to you. So get ready for another dose of Performance Enhancing Podcast with SatoriPrime. Here's your host, Ilan Ferdman.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another Performance Enhancing Podcast, or PEP Talk, with your host, Ilan Ferdman. We're about to delve into part 2 of my interview with Trina Felber, the owner of Primal Life Organics. If you didn't listen to part 1, basically she makes skin food. Instead of skincare, it's skin food. It's things that you can put on your skin that actually help your skin and different products, but at the same time, they have healing qualities. In this part, there were 2 really incredible pieces. One was she spoke about how she comes up with the product, but the other one was I asked about, the famous thing that people ask about is how to lose tummy fat or get into better shape, etc. And she mentioned the effects of skincare on the thyroid. It was just astounding to listen to. So definitely hope you enjoy this. And at the end of it, if you look below this video and or you look in our show notes, if you're listening in your car, she offered everyone a 50% discount on a starter kit, which I highly, highly recommend you guys go and grab. And lastly, if you're looking to come to our live event and get more information about how to live your life in absolute bliss, be happy and successful in everything that you do, then go check out youwillhaveitall.com. That is happening right now. Looking forward to speaking with you guys again soon. Have an amazing rest of your day. Wow. Now, do you have things from a like a supplementation perspective? Like, for example, if someone is, I don't know, because we're talking about vitamin C, so I'm just thinking like, B12, for example. Or
good idea. I haven't, not necessarily. I like a lot of my products, the ingredients help support your body functions and all of that. But there's nothing that, like if you need B12, that I can say, oh, put this on and this will help. But that would be cool.
Yeah, it would be cool. Because I know it's something, one of the things I try to stop people from doing is actually drinking caffeine. Mm-hmm. I'm like, there's other ways to get it. And there's, so like I'll introduce them to B12 and they're like, holy shit, this stuff is so much better than caffeine. I'm like, no, there's no crash. So that's why I brought it up. But what else is in that product line that people are using?
Oh my gosh. Let's see. But I make over 100 products.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I don't even know where to begin.
Wow. Okay. So scratch that question. Skip to another question.
No. Okay. Go ahead.
Skip to another question. How do you figure out what the issues are and what the products are, and how are you finding those things? Because you said carrot seed oil, for example. Like that's something that I personally I've never even heard of. How are you saying, okay, here's the issue, or is this the process? Here's the issue. Mm-hmm. What's out there that does this, and then formulate it? Or do you just find like incredible foods and they're like, what can we use this for? And then create a product.
I first of all, it's all about me.
We always solve our own problems.
So I have created probably 90% of the things I've made have been created because I've had the issue.
Sure.
So the very first thing I had was acne and oily skin. So that's what I created, was something to get rid of that oiliness and the acne. This is kind of a funny story about my acne. I created what is called Banished Blemish Serum. It's a spot treatment for acne. Benzoyl peroxide is the most common ingredient found in like over-the-counter stuff. And benzoyl peroxide is actually a skin irritant and can cause skin conditions such as acne, which is really interesting, besides that it's toxic.
Makes total sense.
I mean, really. And it dries it out like crazy. So then you're stuck with the zit that's just it's all drying out. But here, let me propose something else to you. So one night I was going to bed and I had made some muscle serum, and in the muscle serum I had put cayenne pepper, which everybody knows is hot. So cayenne pepper does the exact same thing for your skin as it does for your insides. When you eat it, you get that heat.
Yep.
Well, I made cayenne pepper for a muscle rub, and I went to bed. I was going to bed, and I looked in the mirror. I had this big juicy zit growing on my chin. And I'm like, ew, that's disgusting. And I see my stuff, and I'm like, hey, I wonder what cayenne pepper does to a zit. So I put a drop of muscle serum on my zit, went to bed. For about 20 minutes, it felt like it was burning the hell out of my zit. And I was so excited because I'm like, finally, something, like it's the best feeling to have that thing burning. So I was like, this is cool. So I went to bed. I woke up the next morning. I swear I did a double take. I was like, where in the hell did that thing? It was gone. It was gone. So then I have to backstep. Sometimes this is how the process works.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the heck? Why would that work so well? So what I realized after kind of doing the research, cayenne pepper increases blood flow. Duh, blood flow is good.
Sure.
The ingredients that are also in there also are antimicrobial, antiviral, antibacterial. They're also healing. They decrease redness. They decrease inflammation. So I'm like, well, duh, why wouldn't that work? So when I decided, I was like, I got to create this, but I have to make it better because that was for muscles. I need this for zit. So I went back to the drawing board and put together I started researching what other ingredients will be very healing, decrease redness, improve cellular turnover, and all of these ingredients. So then I formulated what is called Banished Blemish Serum, and I'm telling you, it is like crazy. It burns for about 20 seconds, but it will clear a zit almost overnight.
Wow. So that's like, that reminds me of the story of what I'd imagine how people cooked meat for the first time. Some guy like tripped over the fire, food fell on it. They're like, oh, Joe, you moron. And they pull it out. They're like, wow, that's pretty good.
Yeah, really. Yeah, that's exactly it. Sometimes I make it by mistake. So, but most products I decide what I need to make something. Like I've been working on mascara for a while. It's what a lot of women want. It's a very difficult one. I haven't been in the kitchen lately. We've been so busy that I haven't been able to attend time to doing it. But what I typically do is I either for myself or someone says, hey, can you make this? And I sit down, I start to research natural ingredients that are not necessarily for that, what you want, but more for the cellular health. So I know that I need to decongest cells. I need to feed them. So I look for the ingredients that will work at the cellular level, because I know if I can ultimately make that cell happy, then I can make everything happy, because your cells make up your tissues make up your systems make up your organs. So if you go back and start feeding at the cellular level, it might take a little while to see, but you're ultimately going to improve everything.
I like that a lot. I'm going to ask you a question on behalf of every health nut or person trying to lose weight or look good in a bathing suit. And I'm curious what the answer would be.
Oh, I can't wait. Bring it on.
Yeah. So, like, because we do a lot of marketing. So I know that, lines like reduce belly fat and tummy fat and six-pack abs and all that stuff is like what pretty much can sell any product. I mean, literally any product.
Right.
Is there something, because it sounds to me like when you do all this stuff with the skin, the natural thing of skin is it's elastic, it grows, it regenerates, it has that. And I think for a lot of people, that area, that kind of like lower, that's where the skin gets a little bit flabby and all that stuff. So is there a specific product for it, or is just the skincare bring back that kind of elasticity?
I have thought about like trying to create something like what you're talking about that will help, I guess, if you want to call it slim up your abs or slim up your tissues.
Like that, like a skin tightener.
Yeah. And I think like a caffeine type product, something with a little bit of caffeine, something with a little a collagen, things like that might help. But what's really, really interesting, when you talk about weight loss and, fat reduction, the ingredients that are put in commercial skincare, like phthalates and parabens that are very common in almost anything you flip over, propylene glycol, they are endocrine disruptors. And what most people don't correlate, your thyroid gland is part of your endocrine system. So when you are putting all of these products on your body every day that have these endocrine disruptors, you can be disrupting the way your thyroid gland functions. Thyroid gland is responsible for your metabolism. So I'm not saying if you switch your skincare, you're going to drop 10 pounds, but it could be contributing to the way your metabolism is functioning, and you could be holding on to excess fat just by the ingredients that are put in commercial skincare. So it's just I know it's like kind of a mind-blowing concept.
Yeah.
And it also, there's so many people struggling from infertility, but these ingredients that are endocrine disruptors are also that's all hormonal. Everything, your entire hormonal system is your endocrine system. And these ingredients are disrupting or playing around with that. And with all the fertility issues out there, you have to wonder how much of that could be related to the skincare you're bombarding yourself with.
Wow. Okay. So I want to give people like 3 things that they can do right now to experience this type of change in their lives. Like, what would be the 3 things? I know we spoke about toothpaste and skincare and all that stuff, but it could be those. What are 3 things that people should immediately get rid of, alter, change to start seeing this kind of effect?
Well, what's funny is I created a starter package just for this reason. And actually, what I like to do for people, I don't know if you want, I can give you a link where your listeners can actually buy it for 50% off. So I'll send it to you. Yeah. So if you click the link that is on your site, they can get it for 50% off. So it's a great deal because it's originally it's $100 package for $50, but it contains the things that I think are the best things to start with to get you going. But we talked about the tooth powder. It has tooth powder in it because I think that's so important in your dental health, the health of your teeth. That's where bacteria and inflammation, the root of disease is inflammation. Yeah. And if your gums and your teeth are not in good condition, that's a portal way for inflammation into your heart, your liver, your kidneys, your lungs, everywhere. So the tooth powder is part of it. Deodorant, we didn't talk about that, but deodorant is a huge, people use it every day, sometimes twice a day. And it contains, I don't have it on me. There's one that I bought at a health food store right by me that drove me. I had to buy it because I was so livid. The very first ingredient, and if you don't know anything about skincare, when you flip it over, the very first ingredient listed is that they're listed by concentration. So that the first one has the highest concentration. The first ingredient was propylene glycol. That's antifreeze.
Wow.
That is antifreeze. First ingredient, and the product has a plant on it, and the name of the product has plant in the name, like Plant Lively or Plant something. So you're totally believing you're buying this healthy product and you're putting antifreeze under your arms. The other thing that this one didn't have, but most antiperspirants have aluminum.
Yeah.
And aluminum is just dangerous because it has actually been found in the brains of Alzheimer's victims. Wow. So deodorant's and to talk about antiperspirant, the one thing that's different with my product is it's not an antiperspirant. It is a deodorant by name and by trade. It will help prevent odor. It will help keep you feeling dry. It will not prevent you from sweating. And really, you want to sweat because your sweat contains toxins. Those are the things that your sweat is made to get rid of. And if you don't sweat, those toxins are going to go somewhere inside your body. So if you are holding on to them by using antiperspirant, not only are you putting horrible things like propylene glycol and aluminum in your body, but you're also holding on to your own toxins. And this is just a funny, quick story. I get migraines. I suffer from migraines. So one of the therapeutic things I do is I go get dry needling done. I don't know if have you heard of that?
No, is that like a different type of acupuncture?
It's very similar. Yeah, they use similar needles to acupuncture, but they put them in the knot of the muscles because mine's all muscle related in my neck.
Wow.
So she will put like 20 needles in, and her and I are testing this new treatment because I'm very daring. I just want them gone and I'll do anything. So she's putting the needles in the one day and I'm like, can you just leave these in? I'll come back tomorrow or I'll just pull them out myself. And she's like, sure. We were laughing about it. Well, we decided what the heck, we'll just leave them in. And I started doing my own range of motion with these needles in my neck. And out of the blue, sweat starts pouring out.
Wow.
Like instantly detoxifying. It was just all detox. It was like these needles were just causing all of these toxins to be purged from my body. It was incredible. She pulled those needles out and my neck felt like $1,000,000. Something that hadn't happened. I could move my neck like I hadn't moved it in years. It was bizarre. So anyway, you want to sweat because you got those toxins need to come out. So
amazing. Wow. Okay.
I created it's called the Stick Up. So Stick Up. So that's in the starter package. And then most people don't think about their face wash. I think that face wash is or any kind of soap, like I talked about stripping your natural oils, water does that. Well, most soaps, commercial soaps contain harsh ingredients that strip away all of your natural oils.
Okay.
And your natural oils contain like little biomes, little microbes that eat bacteria so that you stay healthy. And if you strip that away, your skin is really your second line of defense. Those little microbes are actually your first line of defense. So I think it's so important that you have that little personal, I like that personal line of defense there. So face wash, I created a Bare package. It's a Bare face wash and a Bare moisturizer that are in that package, that starter package. Most people see amazing results with that. And then I also included, because I'm a nurse, work in the OR, hands, everybody, if you have dry hands, I've created a hand repair moisturizer that is incredible. So that's what's in the starter package.
Sold.
So I'll send you the link.
So all those are like the only thing that was left out on there from me would have been the lip stuff. But everything else I'm like,
but
check,
I'm sending you that.
check. That's awesome. Absolutely awesome. So what's next for you?
Well, actually, that's funny. Yeah. You want the list or just the top 10? No,
I'm like, what's the one thing? It sounds incredible. People's reaction are probably, incredible. What's next for your company?
Well, my company's been growing really rapid. I love it. I love incorporating alternate everything. Like this company wasn't made in a box. There are no limits as far as what I can create. But for me as a person, I love sharing, like we were talking, I do a live yoga session. We do it right in my office space. With all the people that work, we come in every Wednesday, we broadcast it live on my Facebook, my personal Facebook. And we do a 15-minute breakout yoga session. I believe that health is not just about skincare. I believe it's not just about diet. So I'm sitting on one of those ball chairs.
Yep.
I just ordered for the girls. They love it. They just all laugh. I ordered those balance, like the balance, the things that you stand on. Yeah. I ordered those so that they can stand on those while they're working. But we make everything here. We make everything fresh, and everything is done from scratch here. So it's really fun. Like they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna be standing on those trying to pour things, and like things are gonna be.
They'll be surprised how quickly they're gonna get real good at those things.
I know, but that's what's cool. So I ordered a bunch of those. But I'm starting, actually, it's called The Healthy Me, a blog that's going to incorporate a lot of medical background knowledge. There's some people, and it's not just like, it's not really about meds and curing yourself with drugs. It's more about like health, why. I have one doctor that I work with that he's incredible. Like every time I talk to him, I'm like, you got to be on my blog. You got to be on my podcast. I'm going to have my own podcast. I'm like, you've got to tell people this stuff. And it's stuff you kind of know, but you forget. Like when we were talking, I don't remember how it all went, but when you were in utero, things developed at the same time. And it could have been your big toe and your left ear. And when your big toe has pain, it has nothing to do with your big toe. It's your left ear that's really the problem.
Wow.
Like that kind of stuff, that it's all interconnected. And we forget about that interconnection and how the same cells are here that are here. And that's why some cancers are related, because the cells are very similar. Yeah, it's all that kind of stuff that it boggles my mind. But I also believe, and through the Healthy Me blog, it's going to be a lot of that health stuff, like what kept me or keeps me going, and how do I stay healthy, and how do I incorporate all these things, all these therapies like the needle therapy, massage therapy. My perspective of health is really kind of unique. I believe that everybody has multiple personalities, and it's the personality that you function from the most. It's because just like your job is safe, that's your safe personality. But if everybody has a healthy personality living in them, and you just have to call them up, and you have to learn to function from that personality. And the more that you can do that and bring that healthy person to the forefront, then you become that person.
By the way, did you ever hear of a book called The Rational Animal? Okay.
So I have to write it down. Yeah.
And the reason I said, interesting, is because it's right now, science is finding a lot of interesting things. They're finding that each of us actually has 7 personalities.
See, I'm right on track.
Yeah. And one of them happens to be a health-oriented person. So we have like different ones. So we have like one that we use for success, one that we use for this, for parenting, for finding a mate.
You snap in and out of them, and you don't even know it. When a situation happens, you instantly become someone else.
Yes.
That knows how to deal with that situation.
Yes, exactly.
And that's why I'm saying there is a healthy person in everybody, but you have to learn to call that person up. So what I tell myself, how I conformed myself, is I pretended like there was this clear shield that nobody could see, but every decision I made had to filter through that healthy me before I could make that decision. And so ultimately that shield got closer and closer and closer and closer and closer until everything I did, it was just me. That was the personality I now function from.
Yeah.
Good. And you really have to do that with everything. If you know that you can't deal with a stressful situation, then you have to create that, bring that personality that you want to deal to the forefront, so that you don't automatically react to that, that you just respond to it.
Yeah. It's one of the things that I train people on a lot is we are just a function of human reaction. It's just everything we do for the majority of people is knee-jerk reactions.
Yeah.
Every day. I mean, and if you want proof, it's like, how many times have you driven your car, you end up somewhere, you're like, how the hell did I get here? Like, I don't even remember the last 20 minutes of driving. And we do that all the time. We're just so unaware of it. So one of the easiest things is don't ever use your first reaction. Ever. Just give yourself like a 5-10 second buffer. I like what you added to it, which is like, what would so-and-so do? Even if so-and-so is like my future healthy self, what would my future healthy self do? Or what would my future successful self do?
And if you start to think of yourself as multifaceted, you are not this one-dimensional person. You have 7 personalities, if that's what they're saying. And you have to learn how to call each one of them up. And we all function from one. If you let yourself just function day to day, chances are you are functioning from that one personality, and then every once in a while functioning from whatever is thrown at you, whatever you can deal the best with. But you function from primarily one personality, but you have how many living in you? And, that's probably from my nursing background too, of the multiple personality that I can bring that in, and I laugh about it. But I have always believed that people you have to have more than one personality. Kids daydream. They daydream and they talk. Like my 7-year-old daughter, I laugh. She's just like me. She's in her own little world and talking to things. And I'm like, kids do that. That's their personalities. And we tend to make them come down to one personality that we want them to be.
Yeah.
Instead of letting them
conform.
Yeah. Let them explore these different personalities. That's how they learn to deal with things and react with things and become the healthy person. So,
brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I can't believe it. We went from talking about skin food to talking about kids and personalities. All right. Where can people find out about what you do, how to get these products? I know we'll give them a link, but where for now?
PrimalLifeOrganics.com is my website. My Facebook is Primal Life Organics. I have Instagram, which is Primal Life Org. Twitter is Primal Life Org. Blog is Cave Girl Skincare. And then my future blog coming out very soon, hopefully, is The Healthy Me.
Beautiful.
And my book, don't forget. I have, if you want more information, I've put it all in a book, easy to read, written by a nurse. Who cares? And it's called Beauty's Dirty Secrets, an international bestseller. So I'm so excited about that too.
Is that on Amazon or do they find that?
Amazon. It's on my website, but Amazon. It's on Amazon, Barnes & Noble. Yeah.
Awesome. Absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for all the information.
Yes. Thank you.
For everyone else, I will get the link from Trina and we'll actually put it in the show notes so you can go and grab that 50% starter kit. I can't wait. I can't wait to try this stuff. I can't wait to see what it'll do. And as a mom, I'm sure you know, half the stuff I do is not even for me anymore. It's just because I know that my kids are going to grow up in a world. Like if we think our world is toxic, their world is going to be so much worse. And just giving them the tools to at least handle what they can control.
Right.
For me has been so paramount. And that's come from the food that we keep in the house to just everything that I'm consciously becoming more and more aware of. So for anybody that's out there, I highly, highly recommend you start going down that path. So thank you so much. Absolute pleasure. We'll be in touch real soon.
Awesome. Thank you.
Did you run through doors till you hit the floor? Did you read my eyes and my aching thoughts? Did you walk through walls till you had to grow? Oh my God, your smile and my soundless call.